For today, we'll discuss interior syndrome. So what is interior syndrome? This indicates that the disease is in the interior parts of the body, such as the Zangfu organs, qi and blood, and the marrow. Interior syndrome is commonly seen in the intermediate and late stages of diseases caused by exogenous pathogenic factors or diseases which result from internal injury. Again, comparing to an enemy invasion in a country, in interior syndrome, it's like if our enemy are unable to if our army are unable to resist the enemy's invasion, then the enemy will invade into our city, even the capital, and the condition is more serious at this time. So in interior syndrome, the disease is in the interior parts of the body. Among the symptoms of interior syndrome are the following. This is characterized by a wide variety of symptoms and with different diseases location. Like there is high fever, dysphoria, coma, thirst, abdominal pain, constipation or diarrhea, vomiting, short micturition with dark color urine, yellow or white or thick and greasy tongue coating, and a deep pulse. So for the treatment principle, different treatments according to various causative factors, such as warm the interior. If there is heat, we clear away the heat. If there is constipation, we relieve constipation. If there's indigestion, we promote digestion. And if there is yang deficiency, we reinforce the yang. So how do we identify exterior versus interior syndrome? So in exterior syndrome, it's a new disease. Its duration is just short. Kumbaga, ito yung mga sinasabing acute. Interior syndrome, on the other hand, are all diseases long duration. In exterior syndrome, we can see fever, aversion to cold, or to wind. Whereas in interior syndrome, the fever caused by exogenous pathogens, there's fever which is caused by exogenous pathogens, but without aversion to cold or to wind. There is fever due to exogenous damages. The tongue in exterior syndrome will present with the white thin tongue coating, which is relatively normal. While in interior syndrome, there is already a remarkable change in the tongue coating. Example, we can see a yellow tongue coating, a thick and slimy coat, or a dark red tongue, or a pale tongue, etc. The pulse in exterior syndrome is usually superficial, while in interior syndrome, deep pulse. Okay, there is a between interior and exterior, we also have this condition where we can, which is neither interior nor exterior. So this is half exterior or half interior syndrome. This happens during the penetration of exogenous pathogenic factor from interior or from exterior to interior, or in the exteriorization of interior syndrome, the pathogenic factors just come to its halfway. So the disease location is neither exterior nor interior, but just in between. As for the symptoms, we can see alternating fever and chills, nausea, vomiting, distressing fullness in the chest and hypochondriac region, restlessness, a bitter taste in the mouth, dry throat with no desire for food and drink. There is vertigo and a wiry pulse. In summary, the main points for distinguishing exterior and interior syndrome are the following. One, we look into the changes of cold and heat. For exterior syndrome, there's fever accompanied by aversion to cold. For interior syndrome, there's fever without aversion to cold or aversion to cold without fever. The tongue in exterior syndrome is comparatively mild and the tongue coating remains unchanged. While in interior syndrome, it's relatively severe with changes in the tongue coating by the dysfunction of some Zhangfu organs. The pulse will be superficial in exterior syndrome and deep in interior syndrome.